Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of our Eternal Sonata playthrough. So when we last left off, we had gone through Andantino's secret passage, and I'm pretty sure we're on our way out. So let's get into it. This episode should be very plot heavy.
All right, then. There should be a switch behind this rock. Falsetto, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors.
Right.
Phew, it's about time. We're finally out of that place. Huh, I can't believe this huge rock moved out of the way just by pushing it a little. I guess I'm even stronger than I thought I was.
Who are you people? And how did you know about this secret passageway?
We were being held prisoner in the dungeon of Forte Castle.
That's right. We didn't even do anything wrong, and they threw us in a cell like criminals.
No kidding. Anyone would have run away. Oh, my hair is a total mess.
Those guys are terrible. They just arrested us and threw us in the dungeon, and we didn't even do anything wrong to deserve it. Well, technically, I guess there are some bad things I've done, but still...
It's true. We were arrested at the entrance to the castle for no reason. I swear, we haven't done anything.
It would seem they're not our enemies.
I suppose you're right. Let's hurry up and get back to the mission.
Wait a minute, Falsetto. I pretty much understand what happened to the rest of you. But what about you? Why were you arrested?
Now that you mention it, we don't know that yet either.
Who, me? Well, I just came to talk to the fellow in charge about what's happening in Agogo Forest. Please, listen to me. What you're doing is destroying the whole forest.
Young lady, I'm tired of repeating myself.
But it's true. If you don't stop the mining at Mount Rock, the forest is going to die. The mountain and the forest are connected.
I've told you, we cannot make mineral powder without the mines at Mount Rock. That powder is responsible for saving the lives of many of our people.
Sir, Agogo Forest is our home. But if you keep digging...
Hold on, Agogo Forest? You're telling me you live in Agogo Forest?
I have been a guardian of Agogo Forest since the day that I was born. This is the first time I've come to a city like this.
Guards, please come and show our guest to a room.
What?
Isn't this girl the guardian of Agogo Forest?
It seems our mission is complete.
Hey, you guys sound like you know something about what's going on around here. Why don't you come back to my village with the rest of us?
Besides, once they realize we've escaped, they might come after us.
She brings up a good point. We shouldn't stay here much longer. We must leave. What are you people going to do?
What should we do, Jazz?
Good question. I'm not really sure, though I must admit, it's thanks to them that our mission was a resounding success.
That's right. And much earlier than we planned, too. It looks like we've got some extra time now.
Let's listen to what they have to say. Maybe they can tell us about the inside of Forte Castle.
It's boring when things always go according to plan. It's nice to have things shaken up every once in a while. It's okay with you, isn't it, Clavace?
Yes, of course.
Then it's settled.
Allegretto, is something the matter?
Oh, no, it's nothing, really. I was just thinking I really need to play with Beat more often.
Well, Beat did do his best.
Yeah, he didn't do too badly. For a clam, anyway.
So we teamed up with Andantino for the moment. We just can't use them. So we're gonna keep a party like this for the time being. We're in Hanon Hills again, which this episode shouldn't be a problem. Or not this episode, sorry. This dungeon shouldn't be a problem anymore. So we're just gonna head south and try and make our way back to Viola's village. This guy's on the hill. What's he doing over here? So if you give him the speed shoes, he gives you a fruit basket.
Really, Tuba? Were you expecting Andantino to just show up at the front gate bearing gifts for us?
My apologies, Count Waltz.
Listen carefully, Tuba. I don't think I need to tell you that this is your last chance. Find them and eliminate them all. Immediately.
Yes, my lord.
No, wait. The guardian of Agogo Forest. Bring her back alive. That is the will of the people, after all.
By the way, Frederick, what are you making this trip for? I don't think you ever told us.
Frederick.
Mr. Chopin is taking a journey on which he will have to face himself. Whether that journey will end with his return home or with his acceptance of death, we cannot be certain.
Frederick, please come back to us.
I'm not really certain.
You're not certain? You're traveling, but you don't know why?
I believe I will be able to tell you when the time is right. You see, I have yet to sort out my own feelings about all of this.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I'm not trying to be nosy or anything.
I'm no longer sure if this world truly is a dream. Maybe it is real after all. Perhaps the world I thought of as reality was in fact nothing more than a dream. But then would that mean the cities of Warsaw and Paris do not exist? No. I'm sure they existed. I'm as sure as I am that my own name, the name of Frederick Francois Chopin, has gone down in history in those cities as a famed pianist and composer. I am not mistaken. This is a dream. No matter how unquestionably close it is to reality, this is still just a dream. Unquestionably close to reality? How can it be that ambiguous? What will happen to me when I am no longer able to recognize that a dream is merely a dream? To not be able to recognize that a dream is a dream, what a horrifying prospect. And conversely, would a person like that even be able to recognize that reality is reality? No. How could they? Why should there be a need to recognize that reality is reality in the first place? No one actually thinks about something as obvious as that in their daily life. In the same way, the presence of air goes unnoticed. It's so common it isn't really recognized, is it? But if something cannot be recognized, does it even exist? I am being tested. That must be what's happening. There's something I meant to realize on this journey. Paris and Warsaw are irrelevant. If my dreams and reality have already mixed, then I must do my best to live life in this merged world. That is what's most important.
Hey, Frederick, is something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
Hey, we're almost there. Let's hurry.
Well, Frederick just said a lot of words. So we're in Fort Fermata again. We can just head down. Do you know why this fortress was built? To protect Forte from things like Baroque and pirates, right? Well, that's the official reason. What was it really built for then? It was built to keep the subjects of the King of Forte from escaping. Huh? Long ago, there was a King of Forte known as the Stage King. It's said that due to his honesty and benevolence, he was revered by his subjects. The people were so willing to work hard for such a king that the whole kingdom was energized by it. Labor, culture, technology, everything combined contributed to the country's prosperity. It was during these times that Fort Fermata was erected. The king wished to keep all of his admiring subjects close at hand. He couldn't stand losing the love and respect of even one of them. Once the fortress was completed, people weren't able to leave Forte after all. The people put up with being confined in Forte at first, but a situation like that couldn't last. Eventually, discontentment spread, rebellion erupted, and the selfish king was dethroned. How sad. Not really. Sounds like he got what he deserved. No, I think that's the only way he thought he could protect himself. He wanted to be thought well of, to be praised and admired, to be loved forever. He turned his back on his faults and lived a life of fantasy. He built this tall fortress to keep his world from slipping away. It was how he eased his cowardly heart. In the end, The king lost all the friends who might have pointed out his mistakes, made up for his shortcomings, and helped him grow. The truly important thing is to accept both our strengths and our weaknesses, to believe in ourselves without fearing the judgment of others. We learn from our mistakes and grow from them. The king's inability to realize this is the saddest thing of all. Right? Of course, that's all in the past. Alright, so we're going to continue down. And now we're at Kabasa Bridge again.
That was about what we expected.
Huh? Gee, I didn't get it. That was kind of hard for me to understand.
Oh, I understood it just fine. But why don't we explain it one more time for the little guy?
To put it simply, if there's no tax on mineral powder, then it follows that everyone will keep using it.
And a side effect of the powder is that it allows people to use magic.
Then, once they go mad and become mindless warriors, they can be made soldiers.
I get it. Then Forte's army will grow many times in size. And they'll easily defeat Baroque.
But only people who are dying can use magic, right? So when they do die, Forte will lose its soldiers.
Yes. So in order to maintain the army, they'll flood the market with more and more powder.
And that means floral powder will just continue selling less and less.
Then, as more mineral powder is sold, the number of soldiers will go on increasing. It would be a never-ending spiral, one that will lead straight to hell.
Wait a second. If they keep on doing this, building up an army for a war that may or may not happen, then sooner or later there won't be any people left.
Yes, that's exactly right, Beat. You figured that out fast.
It really is just a complete waste. And Waltz realizes that too. That's why he's trying to increase the strength of the mineral powder.
The Count understands that if he can supply soldiers to the front line at any time, Forte's military power will essentially be without limit.
And apparently they need to mix glowing agogos into the mineral powder in order to accomplish that. Though I hear they also taste good in soup. Huh?
Glowing agogos? I don't remember there being any glowing agogos.
I'm glad you people like babbling so much. It made finding all of you here very easy.
Huh? Hey, that's him! That's the guy who locked us away in the dungeon!
That's right. And this time I really mean business. 'Cause my life's on the line too. Even if you run.
Well, here's Tuba again. So, it's gonna be the same as last time. We don't have the most ideal party for this, but Boss is a beast, so she'll get it done. So Poco needs help. Let's get her some peach cookies.
So long, you stupid brats! Mega Man! That'll teach you.
There! Oh, it's nothing. Do your best, everyone. Orange glow.
Gigantic slam!
Earth heal. Earth heal. Oh, it's nothing. Roll on the ground, moaning in pain. Grand slam! That worked great.
Mega Man! The Mega Man! That'll teach you.
Earth heal. Oh, it's nothing. The detail is just amazing. Orange glow.
Come on and dance. Demonic embrace.
Not enough? Another win! I'm sorry. Roll on the ground, moaning in pain. Grand slam! That worked great.
Gigantic slam!
Fly off, fly far, far away. Grand slam! That worked great.
Here's a belly full for you. You're too full of yourself. I'm bringing you down. Gigantic slam!
Earth heal. Oh, it's nothing. Orange glow. Earth heal. Oh, it's nothing.
Gigantic slam!
That was pretty good.
I think he's got a bit more health than the second time for sure.
That's much better.
It's been 4 days already. I hope that Polka and the others are okay.
Ah, Polka and the others, huh? Not Beat and the others?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sure they're doing just fine. Look at us. We're managing. Look, Arco's saying cheer up, too. Oh, hey, Jazz, by the way, what's the name of that river we fell into back there?
Fusion River. It carries rainfall from Mount Rock down to the Blue Sea. The rich earth from Mount Rock flows down with the water, so crops tend to grow very well in the nearby regions of the river.
No, that was in the past. Ever since Walt started mining Mount Rock, things have changed a lot around this area.
A lifetime to build, but it only takes a moment to destroy. You know, human beings really are masters of destruction. Everything we do has some effect on the environment. And ultimately, that ends up affecting human society as well.
That's very true.
There should be a small inn past this swamp. Once we make it there, the rest of the way shouldn't be a problem.
We'll need to be up early tomorrow.
Alright, so if you notice from that cut screen, our party has been torn apart again. So we're gonna focus on leveling up Falsetto and Clavis. I don't want to spoil too much, but this is about the only time in the game that we'll get to see how Clavis moves. So we're gonna keep it a girls team for the moment, and we'll head to status. So Falsetto fights with her fists. She's got pretty good armor on, and she's got Snowclaw and Willow Strike. So Clavis fights with the rapier, and Unicorn Horn is her healing move. So she's got Eagle Wing, which attacks enemies to the front and behind the target, and then Feather Spin, which is a close combat attack that targets the same field as Eagle Wing. So we're gonna switch Feather Spin with Unicorn Horn to make Unicorn Horn on the back burner, and then Viola, so she's got her reed bow and she's pretty well equipped. We're gonna switch her heal arrow first and put Sacred Strike on the back burner. So that's gonna be our team. Now we'll do our item bag. Since we used 2 items in the last battle, we're going to put a star cookie in and then a club clover. And that's going to be our girls team for the moment. So we can save here. We're in the Adagio Swamp. After Tuba broke the bridge, we got separated. I'm assuming both parties just like winded up on shores away from each other after getting out of the river. So we're gonna head to the right now. Wait, we're going in here? Is there a problem? No, but it's just, well, filthy. Oh, come on. We can't get to the hideout without going through here. I know that. Come on, you two, let's go. So it looks like we gotta get through some stinky water. So you can't go this way. We're gonna head over here. and just kind of work our way around. This looks like a coelacanth.
Come on. Is that all? Take that! Transforming weakness into strength. Strength will surely become weakness. Flower Rage! Willow Strike! That was a good fight. Come on, I'll take you on. Feather spin! Is that all? Unicorn horn! Take that! Take that! Take that! Unicorn horn! This is nothing. Take that! Take that! Don't get mad at me.
I think we want to get in the water, but I'm not sure how yet, so stay tuned.
you get in our way. Are you catching on yet? Heal arrow! Bullseye! Snowclaw! Heal arrow! Sorry. Heal arrow! Bullseye! Snowball! Are you catching on yet? Eagle wing! Is that all? Heal arrow! Bullseye! Will strike! Chew on that! Eagle wing! Is that all? Will strike! That was perfect! Maybe it's time to upgrade.
So, even though Viola is the most powerful person in the party, Clavos can't heal herself without items, and Jazz and Algretto, I'm pretty sure, don't know any healing moves. So, that means that Viola is going to be the most powerful person in our party for a bit longer. So, I'm going to backtrack a little bit so that we can get that last, the last dude on the screen. We're gonna fight them all so that we can get some leveling in. We were a bit under leveled for what's recommended for Tuba.
I'm not going to let you get in our way. Are you catching on yet? Heal arrow! Bullseye! You're a mess.
Alright, so that leaves us to a dead end, so we're gonna backtrack. Let's turn to the right here. And there's a weird ball in the tree, so I guess that's a dead end. So we're gonna head up this tree to grab that chest. For another angel trumpet. And there's a lot of coelacanths over here.
What, you didn't like that? I swear I'll defeat you with my sword.
Catching on yet? Unicorn horn! Thank you. That was a good fight.
I swear I'll defeat you with my sword.
Are you catching on yet? Eagle wing! Is that all? Heal arrow! Will strike! Chew on that!
That was perfect! Come on, I'll take you on.
Heal arrow! Thank you. Bullseye!
now we've got falsetto and claves at the same level as jazz and allegretto, I think. Gonna double check jazz. Yeah, so everybody's 19 except for viola, who's gonna be a little bit over leveled.
Come on, then. I'll take you on. Feather spin! Is that all? Heal arrow! Heal arrow! Bullseye! Eagle wing! Is that all? That was a good fight.
So open this chest here, and then we're gonna backtrack a little bit. We just got 2 weapons. When we fought Tuba, one for allegretto and one for viola, so we're gonna switch viola's reed bow with a swallow shooter, and then go to allegretto and switch his Walloon sword of crescent blade. So this is the east side of the Adagio Swamp. And for perseverance of time, prescience, whatever, for this time, the time constraints of the episode, let me learn how to speak English before I start saying stuff. I'm going to end the episode here so that I'm not holding you hostage for this entire thing. So in the next episode, we'll finish the Adagio Swamp and whatever comes afterwards. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Sorry for that ending where I didn't know how to speak. And please remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. I hope you are. Why don't you tell me your favorite character so far in the comments? And I'll see you next time. Bye!